morning-ish on Boxing Day, which we don't really celebrate, but let's celebrate, after Christmas sales, which is really what we want to do. Good morning, Farrell. And I am probably going to mess up your name, but I'm going to say Matilda Hennen? Look, I'm very, very sorry, but thank you for joining me all the way from the Netherlands. Yes, Fry is huge. Fry is huge, and that is the first thing that I got. So Walmart had giant fry bed for half off. He is probably looking at the kiddos. It is a balmy, almost 50 degrees. People were actually out at Walmart in shorts. It is the Midwest. 50 degrees. It's short weather. There actually was a tank top spotted. I'm not going to lie. It's Indiana. Look, I have no reasons for it. There are no reasons. But yes, so I will be opening that now. I am sorry for the unintentional ASMR, but Fry continues to try to. Sir, I understand. I've got my haul all in your pineapple bed that you are still trying to squeeze into. But I've moved his other larger bed out by the fire because we are intending. So, Mr. Friberto has not been the greatest at potty training. I will fully admit that a lot of it is when I have a terrible bad day and I have been asking the boys, it is a Fry will indicate when he's ready to go outside. And then the boys take 30 minutes to fight over who's going to go outside and take him. And Fry indicates about 30 seconds before he has to go out. All right, here's my new big bed. Look how big it is. He's like, I don't know about all this. Let me see if I can get him in frame now. He's not sure about this. Yes. Oh, that's ridiculous. I am so sorry. Yes. Oh, well, look, honest to goodness, and I know this sounds sacrilegious, and I don't want to use the S word, and I apologize for what very, very tipsy Mo said yesterday. Look, those White Claw teas should be outlawed. They are terrible, and Mo should not drink on an empty stomach. But where was I going with this? Oh, yes. So he tries to be very good and use the restroom outside, but we have puppy pads for really bad days, and it's just, So hopefully, now that I have a bed out in the fireplace area and I have a little set up out in the fireplace area closer to the front door, he will be able to go there. And Mr. Mo and I have talked about looking at a kennel for out back. That is a great idea, Sarah. Thank you. I have not paid attention to much dog stuff until I found Friberto. So that is always a good idea. Look, I think we're never going to get him to let the cats have the pineapple bed. I think even if he grows to be a bajillion more pounds, he will still try to stuff himself into the pineapple bed. It just is what it is. Now, we did go to Walmart this morning because the youngest, most ferals got money from, various grandparents, and it was burning a hole in their pockets. And look, you give me 50% off candles, I am there. Like, don't tell me free puppy, although I would probably be kidnapped that way too now. But half off candles, the oldest feral boy is going to be 12 this year. So he's right at that stage where I don't know why. Boys are either on one end of the spectrum or the other. They are either completely fastidious about their appearance and very ticky-tacky and want to be very clean, or that you have to tell them to bathe with soap. Yeah, that would be mine, where I'm like, "Did you wash your hair?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Did you use soap or shampoo?" He's like, "Oh, I should probably do that. I got it wet." I'm like, "You smell like feet. Go back in there, use soap." Brush your teeth. We pay money to get them fixed. Could you please just brush them for the love of God? Don't make me look like an idiot when we go to the dentist. Also, don't tell them that I have to hog tie you to, floss your teeth. Could you please? But let's get on with the haul. So, as any good mom, I, of course, bought things on Black Friday that I really wanted for myself, but I gave them away. So, this is a rechargeable happy light mirror that I will probably save to give to a child for next year, but it was $10. And, this honestly, this is why I go the day after Christmas. I go to get stuff for next year. Mr. Mo and I budget things, so money for next year. So this is usually what I do. I have big totes and I start buying through the year for clearance since we have 6 kids and we usually have a budget for each. But that's kind of what I do. I found this really cute countdown calendar for next year for my little office area. Hopefully I'll have an office or a shed. A shed, Mr. Mo, with a moat with alligators or pythons. I mean, got some bones for Fry because I'm not going to pay $10 for them. Eyeliners for the girls. I've got my youngest sort of feral daughter is going to turn 13 this year, and she's starting to do makeup, so this is the first year. Of course he did. Look, he's still going to be Fry. Knew better? No, he's still going to be Fry. Of course, we have to get the hand soap, this 44 cents, because you haven't met my boys, but they're just dirty. I love them to death, but they're just dirty. No, Fry will get those probably. LED makeup mirror. I'll probably steal this, to be honest with you, because our bathroom fixtures are beautiful, turn of the century, state of the art, 1974, even with LEDs. It's kind of like doing your makeup in the dark. It's a beautiful experience. So I might actually do it with, natural light at one point. Just, see what it looks like to see my skin. And of course, we come with a cavalcade of candles. So, go to your local Walmarts with the S at the end. And okay, my personal favorite candle, Mr. Mo hates these. Now, also, if you tend to need to potty, if you hear running water, if you might have had 6 children and not a strong bladder does that make. Look, I love the woodwick candles, but it can sound like running water. So light responsibly if you're going to stay hydrated, which is a goal this year. So yeah, I got crap ton of candles because back here I got myself and my oldest daughter the candle warmers, lamps. Yeah, cram size. I know that the changing the light fixtures is really easy, but if you get a woodwick candle, Bobby, it does make sound. It makes like a crackling wood sound. So also, Farrell, did you know that they have physical therapy for that? Yeah, I didn't know that, but they do. And you get to go with a physical therapist. And like all good female appointments, you end up in stirrups because of course you do. And I was like, I don't mean to be a heifer about this, but can I just have surgery? I would rather, I pulled a full on, I swear to God, like Tawanda from just Kathy Bates from frickin' fried green tomatoes. I was like, no, nope. I don't want to be one with my femaleness. Look, I'm okay. I'll just cross my legs when I sneeze. It's good. Have you seen the size of my kid's head? It's fine. Yeah, no, thank you. But I will say, so the physical therapy lady was super duper nice. I mean, she could not have been sweeter, but it was possibly the most uncomfortable situation I have ever been in. Mr. Mo was like, you cannot cancel this again. You have to go and do this. And I was like, I don't want to. Don't make me. I was like, please, no. It's like, no thanks. I just won't deadlift anymore. But it actually helped. It does help to be mindful, but like I said, it's not the most. But there you go. So back to the haul and no more squirrels, at least for 5 seconds. So probably something that I will stick with and keep for me in my whole let's be positive-er. It's a sleep monitor, kind of sleep alarm that's supposed to wake you up slowly with the, I don't know, force of good and light and air pure. I don't know. Look, it was on clearance. I'm telling you what, like, just slap a 50% off sticker on it and I'm gonna buy it. So I love citrusy scents, so I got mandarin and lime, and I don't know about your local stores, but all of my store's essential oils were on clearance, so I don't know if they're changing packaging, but this might be the time to buy. Thank you notes. I don't know if I'm the only parent that is still militant and makes their kids do thank you notes before New Year's, but I do make them all do thank you notes. I mean, most of the time I just write it and they have to sign their names, but I do make them write thank you notes before, it gets too late. And I endeavor to send them out before Valentine's Day. Now, does that always happen? No, but I do make them write thank you notes because I want them to appreciate what they get. So we have crap ton more candles because of course. So I got the idea yesterday and I actually remembered, Drunk Mo reminded Sober Mo at some point last night, but I don't remember. I think it was Eris that said something about having a kind of gratitude jar or a blessing jar. So the kids can have all of the bath bombs and the little poofy thing, but I am going to use this jar to write, one good thing a day or, maybe a couple good things a day and just put these in this jar all year. And then when I'm having a bad day, I can look at this and pull some out, and then maybe at the end of the year, I'll just have a stream and read all the good things. So I thought that was a great idea, and I actually remembered it, which is amazing because, like I said, y'all, yesterday, the White Claws, I don't know what they put. I know it said 5% booze, but I think it was like 100 billion% booze because holy Toledo. I was about done. If you have teen girls that I don't know what the actual F they do with the shampoo and conditioner, I believe that they just pour half of it out each time they use it. But these sets are $7. So, herbal essences. And I don't know if you guys are of the age, but I remember in the 90s when herbal essences, the commercials came out and they were extra super Tipper Gore triggering racy because it had a naked, implied naked woman, doing her hair. And, all of the soccer moms were Twitter-pated about that. Spicy. And I remember wanting to get herbal essences so much. And my mom was like, We have Suave. Unless you're paying for your own stuff. We got Suave. And I was like, Mom, it's Suave. And or Pantene, Suave. And she's like, don't church it up. Now, I don't know about you, but I am probably the most dude-like in wrapping, so I always get the 99-cent bags. I clean them out if I can. Look, I bought an entire box of tissue paper at one of those auction places where they buy like oh gosh, like the Amazon. Honestly, I think they fall off a truck, allegedly. Don't come at me, people. I have no idea. But anyways, I got an entire box of tissue paper. So we have tissue paper until now in the rapture. Because I think I might have gotten 2 boxes accidentally. But gift bags. Look, I am terribly bad at wrapping. And my leg can't stand up or do that. So there you go. Now, on to funner stuff. And I do recommend you go out and buy these. These are $5. Look, razors are hella expensive. And welcome, Wolfie. I saw you, and Slinky. But okay, razors. I'm telling you what, these were $5. I'm not going to lie. I bought 3 of them, okay? Because look, razors, all right? Now, this is for my office area, because I don't think I'm going to go as busy next year, but I definitely love the teal and the little retro, and it was $12. But yes, I definitely bought this. Mr. Mo was like, how much did we spend? I was like, it was some. Did the Lucy face like, ugh. It's like, we got razors. What else? I think that's it, except for I did get myself a foot bath, and there is one thing that I did not get, but I am going to look online. They had a little Sharper Images eye massager, and I went back and forth about it, and then I thought, and by the time I said yes to it, someone had already picked up the last one, so if I don't find it online, it's not a big old doggone deal. But the other shenanigans I wanted to show you is I have made some progress on my cross stitch. And I endeavor to get this done by New Year, if I can do it, which will be possible, but we don't know. Because I've cut it into the thing. This is good. All right, so we have gotten all the way to, this is one of the best lap. If you need to have a bigger cross stitch frame, this is one of the best lap setups that I've found. Now, it was made in Ukraine. I do believe they have dupe ones on Amazon, but I have found that this is the best one. I took it with me to with my mom, but we have gotten nearly all of that done so far. So now I only have all the rest of it to do. But it's chugging along, and that's what I did when I was maybe not so sober yesterday. As I said, sober me apologizes for anything slightly tipsy. Well, okay, mostly tipsy me said. But there you go. That is what I did. And I will say that if you ever want, razors or soaps or candles, go the day after Christmas. It is the best. And, it always seems, you always find the funnest people and the serious shoppers. Look, you have professionals when you go and there must have been, because it was already picked over when we went at 8, and I think our local Walmart opens at 6, so there must have been professionals. Look, I'm trying to be a little bit better, so I only got the baklava because, oh my gosh. Look, that's why I'm glad I wasn't raised in Greece, because oh my gosh. I could I could live and roll myself around in just honey nuts and the phyllo dough and just be like, yeah, I'd be like Violet. But we do have some newsy news after all the shenanigans because I know it is Jody Day. No, I like shaving my armpits. I don't want to smell like kind of spicy corn chips. It's not my bag. But I lately I have not wanted chocolate. I am trying. I don't know if it was just admitting that I wanted to turn a new leaf and be more positive, but this morning I woke up with like resolve and positiveness and wanting to get things done. So hopefully that continues. Yeah, it's a spicy Frito smell. You smell it in Walmart and it just, ugh. So, but let's get some of, because one of these stories, I need help. Someone needs Jesus. Because I don't even understand this one. Y'all, when I saw this headline, I knew I had to cover it. I am head over heels in love with an oak tree, but it is not about the smecks. I'm going to need you to explain to me what the hell you mean. You're an okosexual? You're a dendrophiliac? And the only reason I know that is because I watched Can't Hardly Wait. And what's his face, the little weird redhead kid who always looked weird. What? But let's continue. I'm sure this will I'm sure this will all make sense. I'm sure this will definitely she will make me understand why I should go find my local elm tree and maybe start a throuple with me, Mr. Mo, and the elm. If you fall for a tree in the woods, does it count? Okay. You know what, New York Post? You win the internet today. A self-proclaimed ecosexual took nature loving to the extreme after becoming infatuated with an oak tree, which he says fills her with erotic energy. This is a joke, right? This is like on freaking American Pie 2 when what's his face did that thing with the ficus and Stifler's mom, right? Please tell me this is a joke and someone in Hollywood made this up. I can't. This has to be foretold in Revelation, right? This quote, there was an eroticism with something so big and so old holding my back. Sanja Semjanova, 45, told SWNS of her forest fetish. Y'all, look, I try not to kink shame, and goodness knows I read the weirdest smexy books and then I forward them on to Mr. Mo because I find them hilarious. Because what in the weirdness? And this tickles my absurdist, funny bone, but what is this glamour shot with you and your big strong tree? Oh, I look, where is Tipper Gore when you need her? She is a self-proclaimed ecosexual defined by quote or the I guess a book, Here Come the Ecosexuals, as a person who, quote, finds nature romantic, sensual, and sexy. Well, I mean, duh. We all saw oh gosh, was it Vitalis or Viagra, the two bathtubs in a field for some reason for ED? I don't know why, but it was hilarious when I was a kid. I was like, Mom, I don't understand if they were trying to make it about two people coming together, phrasing, I know, but why would they be in separate bathtubs? That makes no sense. And she's like, well, it's probably because it's on cable. But okay. and often imagines Earth as their lover. So would the Marianas Trench be the girl part and then Mount Everest be the boy part? I mean, or does it just have no parts and it's asexual and or is it got like tentacles and the trees are, I, I don't, you need a whiteboard and I don't want to learn. Oh, thank you, Christine. My Cash App, I don't generally put it up, but that is what it is. And you guys, it is after Christmas. I completely understand how strapped everyone is, and I am very lucky we have budgeted things out, so there is never any expectation. God, I hope they're trolling for clicks, Dennis, but no, I believe people have just gone crazy. The Self-Intimacy Guide and, quote, Somatic Sex Educator in Training first started pining for plants after moving to Vancouver Island, British Columbia in the winter of 2020. Canada, explain your effing self now. Look, Trudeau has already humiliated you guys, but what the actual F? Semyonova, who specializes in, quote, erotic storytelling. Have I bought one of your books on Kindle like Unlimited? I'm just saying, look, ma'am, I've probably read one of your books and laughed hysterically. Do you happen to write Bigfoot erotica too? Just look, that shit is hysterical. Hysterical. I mean, for multiple reasons, but mostly that he has actually found and actually seeks out women, which, I mean, it just seems off the cuff. But, and then I send it to Mr. Mo, who's horrified, and then I laugh more. But I'm a terrible wife, so who knows? Quote, I was walking a path near the tree 5 days a week for the whole winter, the nature lover explained. I noticed a connection with the tree. I would lie against it. Ma'am, this is how you get poison ivy. I feel like Archer, do you want to get poison ivy? This is how you get poison ivy. The naturalist connection continued to grow stronger like a piece of oak until the summer of 2021 when she started to develop erotic feelings for the mighty hardwood. If she made a Dylan out of one of the limbs, I'm gonna lose it. Y'all, I can't be an adult about this story. Describing her sappy romantic yearnings, Semenova says she loves, quote, the feeling of being tiny and supported by something so solid, and feeling of not being able to fall. Ma'am, just get you a bear. Have you not seen big fluffy men? They're, what in the actual Schnell? They're, look, big fluffy dudes. They're usually called tiny. I mean, they work at bouncers as bars. What is the whole WE, The Rock? What is wrong with you? Branching out into love with other life forms may seem weird. No, I'll correct this for you. Is weird. But the tree hugger says that being with people just doesn't compare. Quote, the presence I feel with this tree is something I'm looking for, but that's a fantasy with a person, she lamented. I have been craving that rush of erotic energy that comes when you meet a new partner, and that's not sustainable. So you're in a meet cute first honeymoon stage with an oak tree? Is anyone else confused? Thank you so very much, Christine. I very much appreciate it. Yeah, also, Sarah, good point. Can the tree consent? Because I have a feeling the tree... Yeah, Bobby, she could have totally... You could dress up with some leaves. You could pick a stick up. This is how you get bark burn, I'm just saying. She clarifies that she doesn't physically engage in intercourse with the tree Allegedly. Look, y'all, I am I am not buying that for one moment. Allegedly, ma'am, do not come after me. You live in Canada, and you are obviously not wearing a bra under that dress, which pisses me off because you can get away with it. The tree erotic experience is all in her mind. I look. I understand that your mind is your for lady folks, that smexy time is definitely more of a mental thing. As I've had to tell Mr. Mo, it is very hard to turn off mom brain and go into wife and, relationship brain. And I need that transition because if I'm in mom brain mode, then wife brain mode is very hard to, be in that particular box. But no. Quote, a big misconception is that ecosexuality means smexy time between people and nature. It's a different way to explore the erotic. Ma'am, you just mean you feel romantic. You know what? I am so damn tired of people making up new and different confusing word salad. Look, you feel at peace and you feel like you could be romantic out in the outside. No crap. So did everyone. Peaceful, beautiful settings are beautiful. Welcome to mankind. Oh, my dear God. Just like, pretty pictures are pretty. Welcome to America and the human race. Beautiful things are beautiful. Would you like a special sticker? When I am so damn tired of terminal uniqueness. Can I tell you, having something unique is not all that really fun. Having a unique disease is not all that great. And I don't generally like, spreading it around that I have it. But this desire to be terminally unique and main character is ridiculous. You enjoy nature. That's fine. You feel free and, it feeds your soul. That's great. Making it an entire word salad character arc and, your whole personality is ridiculous. And no one has the time to do the algebra of your uniqueness every damn day. We have bills to pay and kids to deal with. So could you grow up and just, admit that you are part of the human race and yes, you like nature. Okay, the end. Sorry about my rant, but I am so damn tired of 40-something-year-old women being like, I'm an empath. And I'm like, yeah, no crap. We are a social society. That's how things work. That's in fact you know, empath, we are all empathic. We are a social society. We in fact are a pack species. That's how you work. You know, she's going to give the tree herpes. This is terrible. The forest fetishist explained, to watch the changing of the seasons is an erotic act. You go from death in the winter, then everything comes alive in the spring and mates. Yes, could we stop? That is another rant. Dear Lord, you want every one of us to be abstinent until marriage, but you let those trees just fornicate all over the damn place with every damn thing, which makes all the allergies and the pollen. Could we not get the trees to marry each other and stay monogamous? Because holy crap. These salacious plant cravings may seem like a perversion. No, no, no. Again, she has a case of what we like to call terminal uniqueness, and she wants to be told that she's a very special, sweet, unique human being. And look, it just turns out that she likes nature, and she would like to be smexy timed up against a tree, which sounds like a terribly uncomfortable thing, but okay. However, the extreme leaf peeper claims that ecosexuality is, quote, already present in a lot of people and that getting in touch with our roots could solve a lot of climate issues. Ma'am, did you take this selfie with an iPhone? Do you currently have a MacBook? Do you have an Apple Watch? I don't want to hear you anymore. Do you get Tinbits? Do you go to Tim Hortons every day? I am done. You are ridiculous. You have irritated me to the point of no end. I don't know why this has pissed me off so much, but she just does, which is terrible. In another news, or in good news, an epileptic 17-year-old is seizure free after a pioneering surgery that removed part of his brain, and it is an amazing relief. Also, New York Post, could you please, I know this is just, it's a crazy thought, but possibly have the video match the story. I know that would be possible, but you could just do that. That would be great. Now, I know this is cutting edge, but I do, since everything has happened with me, I really do like that there are some very new and very interesting procedures that are going on with diseases that are maybe, and I'm trying to phrase this in a way that doesn't sound, I totally understand the need to research and fund cancer research because it is a leading killer and heart disease. But I feel like smaller and, less understood diseases sometimes get left behind, which is completely understandable. So I do like that they're making great strides in epilepsy and some of these other things in depression. And, they're really doing a lot of other things. And that's not to put down, cancer or anything else. I think they're all important. And the work with the human genome, it's really encouraging, you know, selfishly for me and people with chronic pain. I am glad that they're doing that. But it's also nice to know that this, teen might have a better life. So, a Scottish teenager with epilepsy underwent a groundbreaking surgery to remove a piece of his brain. I also believe that Katie Hopkins, one of my spirit animals, my bucket list, if I ever go to England or the United Kingdom, which I'm sure there's a difference, and I don't know how you add and subtract Wales and Northern Ireland and all the other places in Scotland. But if I ever go there, if I could meet Katie Hopkins and Posey Parker, oh my Bob, would I be excited. Of his brain and is no longer having seizures for the first time in 13 years, according to his mother. Now, I do believe that at 17, with his brain not being fully mature, I believe that there is neuroplasticity so that the part of the brain that they took out, they might be able to train other parts of his brains to perform whatever part or whatever functions that part of the brain is. Look, as a not doctorologist and only a person who watched Dr. House and The Good Doctor and ER because her mother and Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, because didn't everyone's mom make them watch Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman? And I don't know about you, but I was never a Sully fan. I was always the bartender guy fan. I don't remember what his name is right now at the moment, but look, tall, long hair, bad attitude. I'm just saying. And no one liked the little, oh gosh, the telegraph guy, the one that looked like he got run over by the ugly stick. Look, he did marry Myra, which was sweet, but no, not my cup of tea. Any hoozle, now that we've gotten way off Hank, yes, Hank the bartender. Look, surly attitude, bad boy. I may have issues. Angus Bain, 17, endured seizures at least once a week for most of his life, but doctors are optimistic he will be free of the debilitating condition after he became one of the first patients in the UK to have a new laser surgery, SWNS reported. The trailblazing surgery removes brain tissue that causes seizures. 10 weeks later, Angus has not had a single incident. Quote, our lives have been consumed with Angus's epilepsy since he was 5. His mother, Nikki Bain of Gateside, Fife, and I'm probably butchering these names, so I apologize, told the outlet. Quote, he's been on lots of very heavy medication, had wires in his head, brain stimulation, so many tests and scans. And what a brave kid. I myself know that I have not handled this year very well and with the grace that I possibly could have. But the way he's smiling here and the way I'm sure that his family has dealt with all the struggles, having a chronic illness, having something that you have to deal with on a daily basis is so draining and is so hard. And I am so glad that this procedure worked for him and he is getting a whole new lease on life. That is so amazing. And I hope it works with, other kids that are doing it. I hope he goes on to, live all the way up to whatever he wants to do. Because, I can't imagine, how hard it's been, especially as a kid. Because I know as an adult, I haven't dealt with it the best, but I can't imagine as a kid having no frame of reference. I can't even put into words what it means to him and all our family for him to be seizure-free for Christmas this year, she said. Angus received the procedure at Edinburgh Children's Hospital in October. The innovative laser technology known as MRI-guided laser interstitial therapy or thermal therapy is minimally invasive and the surgery takes just under 2 hours, which is a relatively short recovery time. According to SWNS, quote, the laser surgery is a fantastic development for specific patients and will give some with epilepsy a real chance to live a normal life. Dr. Jyothi Kandanasamy, okay, a brilliant consultant neurosurgeon who I just butchered their name, at the Royal Hospital for Children and Young People told the outlet. The surgery has been life-changing not just for Angus, but for the entire family, he added. The teen is just the second person in Scotland to get the surgery. Rosalind Neely, CEO of Edinburgh Children's Hospital Charity, said she was encouraged by the life-changing impact that the laser surgery has had for Angus. Nikki Bain said that her son's, quote, future was so bright, we're incredibly proud and excited for him. The teen said he hopes one day to get his driver's license, play rugby, go skiing, things that have been too risky for him to do pre-surgery. I wish I could go to parties with my friends. I see photos of all my friends together, and I'm jealous that I can't go, but they can, he said, wistfully to the BBC Scotland News. While checking those things off his list may take some time as he continues to recover, Angus is thrilled with the outcome so far. I've never had such a long recovery or long period without having a seizure. It's an amazing relief, and I'm so happy. So I am really glad. I do know some people close to me that do have seizures, and honestly, and to be quite transparent, before I had my injury and had all of the kind of medications, I kind of understood, but I really, really didn't, how life-changing a diagnosis like this is, and how it affects an entire family, because you don't kind of get it until you get it, if you will. And that's not to, make it about me. I have family members who had an accident and they got epilepsy from, a brain injury or things like that. So, you can see it from the outside, and my family members are amazing. And very positive and they put such a good front up. And, so you think, wow, they must have all of their ish together. And you think, you don't see that back part. It's like the cross stitch. You just see the front. You don't see the back where everything's kind of, pieced together. So I am so glad that this family is getting this new lease. But it is really nice to have some good stories once in a while. In in not so good stories and internet effery, Marjorie Taylor Greene says she was swatted while at home with family on Christmas Day because some people just cannot even be a kind human being, even on Jesus's fake birthday. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, look, I don't care. I think she's a politician. I'll leave it at that. I have my feelings about politicians. I think politics attracts a certain type of person, if you will. But I don't believe that anyone should. Swatting is so effing dangerous, and I am so damn tired of people getting away with it. I know Tim Pool's house has been swatted like a bajillion and 12 times. This is true also. Two things can be true at the same time. Said someone reported a fake crime at her home Monday in the latest in a series of apparent swatting incidents that have targeted her. Quote, I was just swatted. This is like the 8th time on Christmas with my family. My local police are the greatest, and I shouldn't have to deal with this, she said in a post on X. Okay, I am so damn tired of people. Look, we all figured out that Twitter is now called X. Can we stop having that little addendum piece in the article? I feel like if you haven't figured that out yet, well, then, you'll just have to figure it out from context clues. We need to start making people figure out context clues. Greene added that she appreciates the local police and her family is in joyous spirits celebrating Christmas. A spokesperson for the police department in the city of Rome, Georgia, where Greene's house is located, said multiple calls were received through a crisis hotline, both in Rome, New York and Rome, Georgia, requesting emergency services. They said the address claiming the need for emergency services was pinged to Greene's address. Quote, while en route to the address, personnel with Rome, Georgia Police Department coordinated with Greene's security detail to ensure her safety as well as determine that there was in fact no emergency at this address. Now, I know that this also happened to the quartering, and I saw the footage of that. This does scare me as a YouTuber now. I mean, and I don't say anything fairly controversial, but all it takes is one nut job, and fry to, get a little Twitter pated. So it is scary that in the back of your mind, I mean, all your, well, true. I mean, look, on both sides. Look, I make fun of Kathy Hochul for being a Skeksis from frickin' The Dark Crystal. Look, I may not like any of these politicians. I may not like any of them. But I don't want anyone hurt. I don't want anyone hurt. I don't want anyone to ever have to deal with this with their family. This is incredibly scary. This is incredibly dangerous for the officers. I mean, the officers are going in there with an adrenaline rush. These officers don't want to hurt anyone unintentionally. I mean, this has already been responsible for, I think, 1 or 2 deaths already, just because of stupid internet names and freaking Call of Duty. So I really think that, I mean, again, Tim Pool's place has been, this has been happening like for a year and a half. So it is kind of scary, but on the plus side, you know, the local police called their security, and with the quartering, he was able to call the local police. So, if you are in touch with your local police and you do kind of tell them, hey, this is what I do, you might have weirdos. I am trying to look on the bright side of things, but some people are just dill holes. But I am going to get off of here because you guys need to take potty breaks, get some snacks. I know it is a shorter Jody day, but I believe it is still rebuttal, or have we moved to, yeah, that is my biggest fear is I have kids. And look, I have never been more scared in my life than when CPS was called here for the Shenanigans last year. And the thought that the entire weight of the government is being brought down against your family is an incredibly terrifying feeling. And I understand the police are doing their job and DCFS is doing something vaguely jobbish sometimes. Look, I can't be positive with them. I'm working on it. I might be slightly Scottish. I hold a grudge, okay? But that is the scary thing. That is ridiculous. I don't understand what gives people the thought that this is a good idea. But we have, on the plus and positive side, we have created a wonderful community. And we have very, very limited Jack Holiness. I have not seen very much Jack Holiness. Get your bingo cards, get your potty breaks, get your snacks, because it is almost Jody Day. I am going to get out of here. I don't know that we will have a nightly Newsy News. The teen kiddos are coming back, so we might try to do a Lego night tonight, but expect a normal schedule tomorrow. So there might not be nightly Newsy News, but there might be a Donna video because I believe my new Donna wig came in today. And we have those phone calls. Well, look, that might be something that drunk Mo said, but sober Mo is trying to be better and not get Baker's stream taken down. Have a wonderful day. And I think, crap, I didn't put it on. Oh, doggone it. I know I can make it so that you guys can go right to him, and let me do that, maybe, possibly. I used to be in charge of stuff and doing things, sort of. And I used to be a smart person. I love how I just narrate what we're gonna do, as per usual. Oh, here we go. I am going to dump you into MLS, but don't forget to go over to Nick's channel as well. Give him a like. They are always competing, so, pick whoever you are, who's your favorite today. I don't have a favorite. I love all of my children equally because I'm a good mom. Have a great day, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Let me...